Good afternoon, good evening. I guess so. We're going to kind of hop into the evening. I will not be before you long, but I do want to make sure that you can hear from these remarkable women that we have in the room to share with all of you. I'm Kiara Pesante Haughton. I'm the Vice President for Campaigns and Communications at the National Women's Law Center. Thank you, and I am so excited to be here among family at the NWLC convention. Before I say anything else, I have to give a special thank you to the Regina and the team at NWLC for partnering with us on this event. And speaking of partners, it's great to see some familiar faces here and some new friends. Thank you all very much for joining us. If there's one thing I know for sure, is that the NAACP is not only leaderful, but develops and builds leaders in communities across the country, right? So I know this because as a freshman at Auburn University in Alabama, the Alabama State Conference scooped me up, scooped me up and allowed me through our campus chapter to run campaigns, execute events, be a spokesperson, and firmly planted in me the seeds of service for a lifetime. So we are here today not only to affirm that gender justice is racial justice, but to uplift and celebrate our power and our resilience as Black women. The love and the joy and the community that we create that is itself an act of resistance and reclamation. And I know this from my own foremothers. My great-grandmother was a very tough, cigar-smoking, unapologetically Black woman in Low Country, South Carolina at the turn of the 20th century, who went from being a sharecropper to a landowner. My grandmother left Low Country in the Great Migration, headed north with her husband, and at the time, 3 children, so she could raise her family in Brooklyn, free from racial violence, and give them greater opportunities. And she later had my uncle and my mom, the baby, there in New York. And then my mom clearly inherited their persistence and determination because she worked through college while pregnant with me and graduated with a 4-month-old on her hip. So I'm proud to honor the legacy of the women in my life through my work at the National Women's Law Center, where I'm loving and fighting for a better future for my own 2 daughters, but also for all of our daughters. For a society that values and invests in child care and gives families the support they deserve. For safe and inclusive schools where my girls and yours can learn and grow free from violence and discrimination. For a country where they have more rights, say again, a country where they have more rights than I did, and not fewer, when it comes to their own bodies and their own health choices. I want for all of you what I want for them, and more than anything, I need you to know this, y'all. You have to hear me say this. You are not alone, okay? I see you, we see you, know how hard it is, especially as Black women, when extremists want to steal our joy and deny our dignity. And I see how many folks out there are holding their breath, right? Waiting for the next emergency they can't afford, or the next care crisis that they don't have a safety net to weather, or the next legal decision that puts our bodies and our lives in jeopardy. And it's all so much harder and scarier because of how isolating those struggles can be. But you are not alone. People you may not know and may never meet have your back. From the ancestors who sacrificed for you and gave you a generational strength, to the allies across our communities who are building systems of support, and to organizations like the National Women's Law Center, and like the others represented here today. I saw Lohar from Emerge somewhere, there she is in the back, and Stephanie Brown-James from the Collective PAC, other organizations that are fighting like hell to fix what is broken, make something better, and build the future we deserve. Okay, so with that, I would like to introduce you to the president of In Our Own Voice, Regina Davis-Moss.
Thank you so much, Kiara. I will not be here long. I just want to tell you what a pleasure it is to collaborate with the National Women's Law Center on this reception. The words speak themselves, that the stakes are incredibly high, and it's just great to be here and great to see you all in the room. I am the president of In Our Own Voice, National Black Women's Reproductive Justice Agenda. We're a national, oh yes, thank you. Yes, love it. We are a national state partnership of Black women-led, Black women-focused reproductive justice organizations across the country, and we're the only national organization that's exclusively focused on reproductive justice. for Black women, girls, and gender expansive people. We do that unapologetically every single day, and we're the only ones that are focused on federal and state policy shifts so laws get passed. Normally, when I'm in a room, I don't make an assumption that people know what reproductive justice